if there isn't a harsh enough punishment, what is to stop these black market products from continuing to be put out there?
I think our states and the federal government need to start taking more responsibility, especially states like Colorado and Ohio, who have already placed bans on vitamin E acetate from being allowed in any of their vape products. So that's one regulatory stance that needs to be changed. Another regulatory stance in hemp CBD. So we've seen some of these products be from CBD vapes. And how can you change that market, which is federally legal as of January 2019? And we need to create federal regulatory standards for these, which we don't have right now.
To Travis's point, let's tell our viewers, our listeners right now that if you're vaping and your vape may in fact contain vitamin E acetate, that you are playing Russian roulette, that it potentially could
Absolutely.
and will kill you.
But because it looks so similar and because this is such a new marketplace, how would someone know with 100% certainty that they're not at risk for inhaling something that has vitamin E acetate in it?
Yeah, so the easiest way to know that you're not buying a product that's from the illicit market is to go to a licensed dispensary. There's resources to check online to make sure that the dispensary that you're going to is licensed. Many of the licensed products differ from the illicit products because they actually have the testing stickers and labels and have QR codes that are accessing the online certificate of analysis that shows that they passed the regulatory compliance testing. It shows batch information. When we did our study, we noticed that a lot of the illicit market cartridges, the ones that weren't knockoffs, were $10. Versus if you buy a licensed product, it's $45, $50, all the way up to $100 compared to $10.
Can we talk then briefly about safest forms to consume cannabis?
Where we are right now with about 200 new cases of vape-induced lung injury being diagnosed a week, the best way or the best method right now is to recommend using flower only in terms of cannabis products. So you can see what you're getting. This is why we haven't had lung injury issues up until now in the cannabis world, because we've had flower. And flower, while again, this is not recommended in teenagers, this is not recommended for recreational use under the age of 21 here in California, it is important to note that that's the safest way to use this type of product, to use a cannabis product.
So you would say just avoid any of those oil-based cartridges because you're just not 100%
for right
sure
now.
what you're getting for
so
right now.
Just like the E. coli outbreak in lettuce, right? We had romaine lettuce that had E. coli in it. We took it off all the shelves until we had the problem solved. And we said, you know, lettuce is not safe for this 2-week time period. Let's apply that same approach and say, let's take it off the shelves, let's reapproach this problem and put it out there in a safe manner for consumers because we don't know who's going to get a hold of it.